Wouldn't advise going inside. Not with your reputation for depravity and general aversion to the law. In all seriousness, your countenance is quite discernible, and there are certain of my consociates who would take it upon themselves to exercise their right to lethal force were they to encounter you in person. But it's good to cross paths with you again, my friend. After head of security at the Diamond, this isn't exactly what I had in mind, but it's still a long way from a mall cop, right? Let's take a walk. Relax. I'm a cop, but I'm not a cop. This is just where the universe put me right now. I mean, I have my path and you have yours. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn about your antics out there. In fact, we may be able to assist each other. I mean, check this out. You see that misguided individual? How do you think he's gotten away with selling drugs in front of that burger shop very conspicuously for 10 years now? In front of the largest department in the city. He cuts them in.
Effenberger, you copy? Yo, Effenberger.
I copy.
Worst last name ever, dude. I mean, effing what? Anyway, when you got 5, we all need some effing coffee down here on Dick's. And don't forget the effing cream and sugar.
Copy that. Oh, these motherfuckers. Huh? I'm out here getting coffee for cops on the take. And that guy over there is only a modicum of the issue. There's a new cartel running a large-scale cocaine operation out of the Cluckin factory in Paleto Bay. And be in no doubt, the cops, they're not only turning a blind eye, they're actively facilitating. If you ask me, the cartel and the cops can both go to hell, preferably on the back of the same bullet. I'm talking about a surgical strike, man. Taking out the whole operation. That's why I came to you. Let's go somewhere a bit more unfrequented. I understand your motivation in these matters. If you raid that factory, anything you find is yours to keep. This isn't about the drugs for me. This is about these assholes running the biggest protection racket in the state. That's the kind of status quo I cannot abide. As far as my part, I can provide all the intel you need. Records, names, locations. We will need to educate ourselves on the factory, though. Gather materials so you can attack it with style and aptitude.
Ding fucking dong, Officer Effenberger. We're effing falling asleep over here. Get us some effing coffee.
Copy that. I'm on my way. Think about it. If anybody deserves to be fucked with, it's these guys. Can I count you in? Excellent. Now on to the first order of business. Acquire some funds. And fortuitously, we have files on some money laundering operations not far from here. The department allows them to operate for a share of the profits. I suggest we take a more proactive stance. Time to do what you do. I'll call you. Let me take these fucking assholes their coffee. Dropping you the location shortly. These are all businesses known for money laundering. I invite you to consider this as a double investment opportunity. A chance to raise the funds we need to go toe-to-toe with the cartel cop coalition. And I hope life's treated you well since we last worked together. I say that because you have an indeterminate expression I find hard to read. I can't tell if you're elated or dejected. I respect that. It's very enigmatic of you. Looks like we lost the element of surprise. Okay, pure simplicity. Get inside, get the money,
Who got
get
hit?
out. By the way, I will be able to assist you with my LSPD privileges. Accessing their database and communications is a perk of the job. One that will prove useful throughout this venture, I'm certain. have a checklist for today's operation. Number 1, a laptop from a Cluckin employee on the cartel's payroll. It's got critical intel for our operation. Number 2, a hacking device which is going to help us pilot a train. And that brings me to number 3. We need a train. That's how we're getting into the factory. By the way, don't worry. We may share a goal, but I'm fully aware we do not share a motivation. I've made sure sufficient funds are allocated to recompense you for your efforts today. This laptop's gonna give us a window into their schedules. I just sent you a CCTV image of the guy. You got a choice. Steal the laptop behind his back, or incapacitate him first. I'll leave it to you. Confiscate the laptop. The information on that laptop is invaluable. It's gonna tell us the perfect time to strike.
Dealt with right now. Hi.
If we're gonna do this, there's a lot of computer systems we're gonna need to override along the way, and this is our ticket. Now, fair warning, the guy who owns this is a pretty serious criminal element. Major hacker. The LSPD won't touch him, but we will. He operates out of a terabyte command truck. I'm sending you a picture of it now. My advice to you is, locate his drones. They're tethered to his security. Take them down before you proceed. All right. Once the drones are down, the terabyte should be accessible. Got it? Excellent. That device is our key to commandeering the train, and other fun besides. Okay, with those 2 items taken care of, let's move on to the big one. We're gonna steal one of the trains they use, and roll in right under their noses. But first things first, we're gonna need a set of keys if we're gonna board it unimpeded. Gotta be in someone's pocket. Remember, these guys are serious. They will not hesitate to shoot on sight. Take whatever steps you deem necessary. As soon as you have the keys, you should be able to access the train. operation requires weapons and gear that can't be traced back to us. So today we're gonna confiscate one cache of weapons and one stash of gear. If any of it ends up getting traced after our raid, we'll need to these reprobates instead of us. I've sent you the coordinates of some appropriate targets. You don't need to hit them all. My advice is to investigate your options. Determine which gang is gonna have a loadout that suits your preferences, and prioritize accordingly. This isn't some disordered gang off the street. This is a meticulously constructed militia that the LSPD would be afraid to mess with. But if you have the courage to target their equipment, find yourself with an impressive loadout. This militia group's file is a lot thicker than the others. They're a formidable unit, talking high-powered, with meticulous security and military discipline. Do not underestimate them. They won't let any intrusion slide. They see you. Watch out. I would brace for an aggressive pursuit. Looks like we got enough to hit the factory. If you want more, take it. Just send me a text when you're ready to confirm the gear you want to use. Okay. Possible getaway vehicles at these 3 locations. Get a good look at these surveillance shots I'm sending through. These are the gangs on our radar. I'm sure you have plenty of vehicles capable of getting you out of Cluckin with all your extremities intact, but we need something that can't be traced to us. I've acquired 3 suitable options for a getaway car. All of them are sourced from local gangs bribing the LSPD to turn a blind eye to their activities. You've seen what those guys can do when you've blindsided them, but they'll be ready for you this time. I wouldn't underestimate the fight they'll put up for one of their sweet-ass cars. Eyes up. That chopper flying overhead has our vehicle. Take it down and don't sweat the damage. With armor that heavy, the fall won't even leave a dent. I've secured a garage near the factory where we can safely keep the car until the raid. Alright, you have the coordinates for the Cluckin outlet on Innocence Boulevard. I'll hit you with the brief en route. Alright, the time has come to throw the cartel supply lines into disarray. We need them in a state of chaos, so when our unscheduled train delivery cavalry arrives at the factory, they just wave you through. So our primary objective is to locate their depot and sabotage their fleet of delivery trucks. Our secondary objective is to find a key card that'll allow us access to the factory's restricted areas. Sabotage the trucks, find the key card, wipe the CCTV, and get out. That way the cartel won't see you coming. Now, you can blow up the trucks and do this the old-fashioned way, but the cartel will find out, and trust me, they'll be waiting for you when we hit the factory. I recommend you keep your head down. Take out those guards immediately or they'll report you to the cartel. We need that key card. Check anything, everything they might have stashed one in. You see any lockers?
¡Qué desmadre!
I admire your dedication to clandestine tactics. It will be a major asset when we hit the factory. Find the key card? Good. When we hit the factory, that's gonna simplify things. Ready? The sooner you're out of there, the sooner we can put our plan into action. Okay, since they don't know you're coming, check this out for some advanced strategy. We're gonna need Cluckin bell crates big enough for you to hide inside. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna Trojan horse this factory. Look for something we can use. Seize it and bring it back. Secure as much of the product as you can.
No seas pendejo, vete a la chingada.
the opposite. Just go straight and you'll catch a connection. Then find the next one. Okay, they're mobilizing on the comms. Sounds like they're about to shut down any nearby roads. But as usual, we'll be a step ahead. Excellent work. Mission accomplished. Now to the vital matter of payment. As I'm sure you can appreciate, there are certain transactions I can't be party to as an officer of the law. But if I've learned anything from my associates on the LSPD, it's how to look the other way. Now remember, as far as I'm concerned, you can hit that factory as often as you'd like. As long as you're giving me reasons to keep looking the other way, I'm happy. As you can see from my choice of transportation, my fortunes at the LSPD are also improving. Just got these babies in, fresh off the line. Guess who picked one up? Until next time, let's disassociate.